Welcome everyone to our exciting event on end-to-end energy management. You'll be spending the next 30 minutes or so with myself and Mark from Pressac. I'm delighted to join by Mark from Pressac, and together we will delve into the innovative solutions and strategies for comprehensive energy management. Get ready for an informative and engaging session. We'll be covering introductions to us, the value and importance of data. Then we'll talk about the hardware, the sensors from Pressac. Then we'll delve into the reporting and analytics from Spacewell Energy, and then we'll look at some case studies and use cases, and hopefully you'll get really good insights from this session. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kashif Magiz, and I'm the UK&I Partnerships and Alliances Manager for Spacewell, with nearly a decade of experience in the smart buildings, IoT, and energy management sectors. I've had the privilege of working across various verticals and sectors worldwide, driving business transformation and decarbonization. Mark, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so thanks, Cash. My name is Mark Lawrence. I'm the Director of Strategic Accounts over at Pressac. I've got global responsibility for the provision of tech to our technology partners worldwide. I've spent the last 15, 16 plus years working at enterprise level organizations providing intelligent workplace solutions and systems across corporate finance, hospitality, and a wide range of different verticals, and really quite excited about being able to share what Spacewell and Pressac can offer from an energy management perspective today. So I guess the first thing to kick off is the value of data. Why would somebody consider an energy management system and the associated technology that goes with it? Can you show next slide? So from an EMS perspective and the data, there's a lot of talk at the moment, and has been for quite a long time, around scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions, reducing energy consumption, net zero. And all of these initiatives have an underlying premise, which is to reduce carbon, obviously achieve green targets, develop a strategy for various reasons. And one of the cornerstones of this is really getting a good understanding of energy consumption across your real estate, whether it's corporate real estate, manufacturing industry. There's obviously, any of the built environment consumes energy in some part. Through the work we've done, and obviously the work Spacewell have done, working with our clients, what we've helped them realize is that once they're able to understand their energy consumption profile, it allows them to develop the insights into reduction strategies, optimization strategies, and efficiency strategies. There's a whole number of different ways that you can make use of the data and the information once it's presented to you and understood. Some of the key benefits are bulleted out here. Obviously not going to read through all of them because nobody wants to be bored by death by PowerPoint, but ultimately it's about ensuring that the energy that is used is done so for the right reasons. It's an essential use, and it's done in a way that optimizes the overall experience and supports the goals and objectives that the company are looking to achieve. Now, from an energy perspective, a lot of first steps are taken by looking and consuming the smart data meter, which is a very valuable first insight. You can consume that data, and you can start to get an understanding of what the consumption profile of your estate looks like. Everyone obviously has a main incoming meter and then sub meters distributed, so it gives you the ability to start to resolve what the image looks like. Where we advocate the use of additional IoT across the built estate is to increase the resolution of that data. Move to the next slide. Now, what this effectively means is that the granularity of information is increased massively. This illustration here is a visual representation of what we try and help people realize they can achieve with the use of additional IoT. If you're relying on smart meter information or smart meter data, typically it's collected every half an hour, and it's usually made available every 24 hours. So you don't have near real-time insight, and you have a very low resolution of your energy consumption at a sub-meter level. Obviously, you've got multiple circuits after that, so unless you've got individual plant or equipment or machinery attached to an individual sub-meter, it's very difficult, now impossible, to be able to get that level of understanding as to what actually is consuming energy and consuming power. With the use of assistive IoT devices such as CT clamps, that resolution massively increases. You can go to a circuit level, you can go to a machine level, you can go to a component level, which will allow you much greater visibility into what's being consumed, when it's being consumed, and how it's being consumed. You can very easily profile a whole series of use cases against the operation of your plant and equipment and building, which will allow you then to interpret and understand whether it's appropriate, whether it's being done at the right time, and obviously then do fault detection, condition monitoring, and a lot of preventative maintenance strategies as well. So that's what the purpose of this webinar is about today, predominantly is to help realize those goals and ambitions. So why Pressac? The combination of Pressac and Spacewell is a very, very powerful one. Pressac is a company that's based in the UK and have been since the early 1950s. We've got a very long-standing, very well-regarded reputation for manufacturing electrical and electronic components, doing infrastructure, network and cabling. We work very closely with people like BT and Sky. We're one of their sort of primary providers of hardware and equipment. And for the last 10 years, we've been very heavily investing in the IoT market. We've got a wide range of sensors. We use a very low energy messaging protocol called daunting, and we're able to introduce layers of technology across the building and across the corporate real estate and the manufacturing estate in energy, environmental and occupancy areas to allow people to develop an initial strategy, deploy that, and as that strategy develops and their learning and understanding improves, to introduce additional technology and drive additional data out of that state for them to then consume and display in platforms such as Spacewell Energy, so that we can realize initial benefits, but then also develop a medium and a longer term strategy to continue to deliver ROI and help people achieve their goals. So, as we said, Pressac in an overview, we're based in Nottingham in the UK. We've got a large manufacturing plant here, which is where we are today. We have an engineering team, a design team, a product team. The IP in the products is all our own. Everything's designed from the ground up here and manufactured here. From a circuit board being printed right through to all the soldering, the pick and place, and the output and all the QA is done in-house here. And we'd welcome the opportunity to show anybody around and give them a, have a bit of an open day and a tour and let them realize, what they've got on their doorstep. Being made in the UK, we have obviously a relatively low carbon footprint. We don't rely on international transport to obtain and source, although we do ship globally. We're ISO 27001, 9001, 14001 certified as well. So we take our role very, very seriously, and we recognize that the role we play is in developing and providing hardware to the best possible level that will provide and generate data for consumption by platforms such as Spacewell Energy. We're very much focused on the hardware side of things and work very collaboratively with our partners to make sure that end clients really can achieve the very best standards of a deployed solution. The ethos we adopt when designing, developing and producing our products is that it shouldn't be hard. They need to be very easy to install, easy to configure. Once in place, they should be very robust and almost maintenance free. They need very little sort of oversight or ongoing management maintenance, but they deliver a very high quality, reliable, consistent data packages across to the software platforms that they're feeding. We pride ourselves on the fact that we have a very low failure rate of devices and really focus on ensuring that quality of data, of near real-time data, is available for use and able to be displayed in a way that's relevant and appropriate for each customer. Everyone is different and they need different frequencies, configurations, data sets. And what we try and do is enable a unique solution development on a case-by-case basis. It's not a case of one size fits all. We recognize that everyone's different, and the guys at Spacewell have got a platform that can take that and obviously make that real for people, which is really, really important to us.
Thanks, Mark.
Next. So focusing on the energy side of things, we've got a number of devices, CT clamps, pulse counters and things, but the use of these within the estate allows people to realize their sort of near real-time energy consumption. The devices themselves, the CTs, are energy harvesting. They don't need any external power supply. They haven't batteries. They are entirely self-powered, and they use the an ocean wireless protocol to communicate back to a centralized gateway, which then obviously hands that data off. There's a range of configurable elements with respect to the reporting to make sure that the data is consumed by the Spacewell platform in the most relevant way. And again, with each one, we've got a number of variants to support the requirements that someone will have, different current ratings, different single and 3-channel phase as well, to support the different elements that people would actually need. Yeah. Not going to go into too much detail about the devices here, but we certainly find that for the vast majority of use cases that people would look for, whether it's circuit level monitoring in a newly built office environment, or whether it's looking at component level in a high intensity manufacturing environment, the combination of devices and the pre-sales engineering teams that we've got can help clients and help the Spacewell deployment team configure and design a solution that really is able to optimize, both initially and as part of the longer term, a solution that is able to help drive and develop the strategy that they're looking to adopt, as well as obviously achieve the short and medium and longer term goals. From an infrastructure perspective, it's a very lightweight infrastructure. The devices, as we say, use the ocean protocol to communicate back to a gateway. The gateway enhances and enriches that data to a certain extent, and then hands it off as early as possible in the data chain directly into Spacewell's platform. This removes the need to go through any unique or custom cloud hosted environment. It passes the data straight across. This allows us to be very easily deployable. We can run entirely over an LTE, for example, so we can sit entirely off network with the clients if they want to, or we can reside entirely on-prem, depending what is most appropriate to the network requirements from the IS teams. Often people will maybe initiate a pilot using LTE, so it sits entirely off network, and as they realize the value and want to deploy and put a wider rollout, then it can move on network once we've gone through those various challenges. But we've got ready-made connected with the Spacewell, so the deployment, the installation, the configuration is very straightforward and often done by clients themselves. It doesn't need a particular level of experience or expertise to do, other than making sure that the devices are put in a place that's able to maximize the value delivered from the data that it generates.
Thanks, Mark. That was really informative. Thanks for sharing insights into the importance of data and data collection using really powerful sensors and devices from Pressac. Now we have look at how to collect the data using the sensors. Now I'll be covering the platform side to make use of that data using analytical tools and reporting. Just a bit background on Spacewell. Spacewell is part of a bigger and wider group called the Nemetschek Group, which is a German listed company, and it has 13 software brands starting from the design and build stage of the building all the way to manage and operate. And Spacewell is within the manage and operate segment of Nemetschek. But little bit further background on Spacewell. We have 2 million users worldwide, 100,000 connected buildings, and providing range of solutions such as energy management, occupancy management, smart buildings. Today we'll focus mainly on the energy management side. As you can see, we have loads of customers all around the world. Third-party Verdantix have also put us in the leaders quadrant, along with some other people there. You can see we are really high up in leaders quadrant, and that was in 2022, and now it's in 23 as well. And the things we look at when choosing an energy management system, it needs to be hardware agnostic. It needs to have an open API, so it can take ingest data from multiple sources. It needs to have alerts, AI, fault detection, which is really important because you don't want to spend time on looking for them anomalies and faults, and multi-user analysis and real-time data. Also, the platform needs to have ISO 27001 because security is really important, and that is all the things we have within the Spacewell Energy platform. We'll be going beyond that in terms of IoT, smart data meters, and also taking the data from various data formats like industrial standards FTP, SFTP, and so on. So it's a fully hardware agnostic platform, really robust, can take the data from any source. And in this session, we'll be covering how robust we have the data collection using Pressac and how it is easy to then visualize the data within the platform. These are some of the clients who are already using the platform. As you can see, we have clients in all the verticals and sectors out there, from manufacturing, real estate, education, and industrial clients. So we have clients and we have specific modules for these clients across all the verticals and sectors. Now here we will explore how flexible our platform is for tailored solutions, and how flexible and how it is easy to do the configuration within the platform. So this platform is already integrated now with Pressac, and it's really a plug and play where you can manage all the configuration settings through our user-friendly interface. As you can see in the GIF as well, that there's a Pressac gateway and you can do the configuration within the UI. You can also bring in data from weather stations as well, just by inputting your postcode in, and you have the ability to choose the closest weather station because you want to look at the degree day analysis and you're going to do the regression analysis for measurement and verification protocols. We'll look at in the coming slides in a bit more detail. There's also flexibility to upload manual data as well, if the automated data isn't feasible. So this is only a method, you know. With Pressac, we won't have that thing to do, but there's an option to do that if you want to fill up any gaps and etc. from your historical data. Because going forward with this end-to-end solution, together with Pressac sensors and this platform, you will have really consistent data within the platform. We'll now talk about data visualization analytics in terms of quantifying savings. So this is a really important module we have in the platform. So imagine, you know, you've got data coming from different sources, and sorry, hold on. I think I need to first, there was a bit of slide, so I want to cover the consumption and cost profiling first. So within the consumption, what the slide you're looking at now is the consumption and cost profile. So within the platform, we want to look at how to visualize your consumption using advanced analytics to optimize building operations. The platform provides real-time data visualization to gain insights instantly through interactive dashboards, pie charts, stacked column charts. This automated process increases productivity by automating data collection and analysis, thus reducing operational costs by minimizing errors and manual tasks. Also, we have a module for data quality checks as well, while ensuring accuracy and data completeness. You can quickly look at if there are any gaps in the data at any given time. And now we will cover the M&V module, which is a really important module we have. So this is where you can quantify the savings. So as a first step, you want to understand your baseline. In any energy management process project, that is the first important step, to understand your baseline. So we have a module which can help you to calculate the automatic baseline using the regression analysis. And once you have the baseline, in this graph you see the blue graph is your baseline data. Once you have that baseline in there, then you can start tracking any energy conservation measure against that. So in real time, on daily basis, on monthly basis, you can see in the graph that the RAG rate is your actual consumption, which is compared against your reference line. And any given day, you can see if you've gone above your reference line or if you've gone below. You can set up a target. It could be any project. It could be any behavioral change. It could be energy efficient lighting. It could be changes in any schedules and rotas, etc. It could be any energy efficient project you can track in real time within the platform. This module is written in lines with the IPVMP protocol, which is the international protocol for measurement and verification, and it will facilitate compliance with regulatory standards as well. Now we will look at how these insights empower stakeholders. So basically, you can create insights from data into actionable insights with real-time updates and KPIs. It is also integrated with renewable energy sources. So if you are embracing any renewable energy source like PV plants, solar panels, you can also track that generation of energy, consumption of an energy, and if there's any surplus you're pushing back to the grid, that can be tracked within the platform. It also offers advanced analytics, which supports informed decision making, and you can perform various types of analytics. It could be cost analytics, consumption analytics. You can also normalize the data using different ratios. So all that capabilities is already within the platform, and you can really use that from day one. Now we've seen all the analytics, but how to stay informed with our proactive alert system. The platform offers tailored alerts for threshold, no data, funnel, and cost alerts. So these are the alerts you can set up, and you'll be immediately notified in case of any breach, any alarm. You'll get an email notification for you to take an action straight away. This now helps automate in monitoring to cut operational costs. So you can focus on the other stuff. You don't need to keep looking at the trends. You will get the notification straight away, so you can put your efforts on the other things as well in the meantime to help repurposing the resources. Also, by receiving immediate alerts, you can take action from your phone, from your tablet, etc. So it's really handy that you'll be up to date with how your building is performing at any given time. Now, this is where we will look at an advanced feature, which is an evolved version of the alerts and notification. And we have developed an AI-powered optimized tool, which helps to give real-time insights into our building operations. Leveraging AI for continuous anomaly detection around the clock, this tool streamlines efficiency, reduces costs, and promotes sustainability through sophisticated data analytics and optimization capabilities. So time to say goodbye to manual anomaly hunting and embracing a smarter approach to building management system. And this tool can be set up from day one. The only thing needed for this tool is to have minimum of 3 months of data for it to train. And it also takes into account things like local holidays, weather data, degree days, temperature. We're also adding more parameters to it, things like occupancy. So you can start relating other data sources together with energy, and it will start giving you a lot more actionable insights, where to take action and how to reduce this energy expenditure. Excuse me. Now the next one, we'll talk about simplifying reporting for better decision making. So we have prepared these robust modules for automated reporting, and there are few types of reporting within the platform. You can do static reporting, which are PDFs, can be sent to you weekly, monthly, or you can use this new dashboard live features as well. This is really good, these live dashboards, because you can share this with anybody within your building, anybody within the company globally, and this can help you to track different KPIs for different stakeholders within one single pane of glass, providing you real-time insights through customizable widgets. And these dashboards can be accessed anywhere on any internet-connected device for convenient monitoring. It could be tablet, mobile phone, laptops. These can be accessed because it's a cloud-based solution and fully ISO 27001 certified. Now we'll look at some case studies and use cases. Mark, do you want to share?
Yeah, thanks, Cash. So, I mean, it's great to see how powerful the Spacewell platform is and how it can make use of all the data that we can ultimately pass into it. So that was really good. So we've got two case studies from Pressac side that we're including here. Again, the first one is, do you want to click? First one is Toyota. They make extensive use of our energy monitoring devices and have realized a significant ROI. It's used across heavily across their production plants. It's been an undoubted success. Initially, the monitoring was done at quite a higher level, so they were measuring circuits and plant, and then as they developed their understanding and their learning, they started to become more and more granular with how they were looking to measure data, right down to the point where they're doing, or they went to component level monitoring on failover machines and were managing to eke out additional savings and benefits. So this is a really, really good example of a company that's very forward thinking and innovative in how they have made use of the technology and the benefits that they were able to realize and how they've continued to develop and learn. Toyota are good advocates of ours and have, you know, we've had many positive referrals from them as well. So this is a really good example. What also is very evident within this is that the normalized consumption profile of their manufacturing plant, it was able to be realized quite quickly, so that a typical power consumption profile was able to be realized for all of the different machines and plant being monitored. What this has allowed them to do is do very accurate anomaly detection, so they can see any deviation from a normal consumption, which can trigger a preventative maintenance and proactive maintenance initiatives. And there's a really good example in the case study on our website, which goes into more detail about how they were able to avoid a potential production line shutdown through having access to that near real-time information. So that's a really good example. The next one is more of a corporate real estate side of things. Energy monitoring was done across the typical HVAC, which everybody always goes to first from as a culprit of heavy energy usage, which it ultimately is. The building made use of both our environmental monitoring sensors and energy monitoring, and what we realized was that the way the BMS has been set and configured to do air exchanges and the AHUs were operating unnecessarily. By monitoring the levels of CO2 within the space, we were able to, or Cavendish engineers, integrated with the BMS system so that the AHUs only triggered or only activated when CO2 exceeded a particular threshold. This obviously reduced the amount of time they were operating, which obviously extended their lifetime, extended their maintenance intervals, but reduced energy massively as well, because you're not doing air exchanges and heating and cooling air and pushing it into a space if you didn't need to. So this was a really, really successful way of taking additional data sets, understanding what impact it has and what it actually means within the operational parameters of the building, and then making use of that learning and being able then to apply more of an intelligent building outcome, in that the building is able to react to what's going on instead of being set in a pre-configured way. So these are really good examples of how people have taken the learning and the understanding that's generated by the data and the information displayed and turn it into actionable business intelligence, and being able to really drive some good efficiencies and improvements in the way they operate their estate.
Thanks, Mark. Really, really great insights, and really great to see the sensors and devices in action. I want to share some case studies from Spacewell side as well. So let's delve into some of the verticals and sectors where we have tackled challenges and achieved significant results. We'll talk firstly about the manufacturing sector. So we have a client called Gamma, a manufacturing client. They were experiencing high energy consumption leading to inflated operational costs. The implementation of an energy management platform for real-time monitoring of energy use across different machines and processes was initiated from their global offices, which resulted in a substantial 30% reduction in energy consumption. By optimizing predictive maintenance schedules, they've minimized downtime and reinvested savings into enhancing production efficiency. They've also managed up to a 70% reduction in passive consumption and identified 15 energy conservation measures in under 3 years, ensuring a quick return on investment of less than 6 months on their energy bills. So that was really, really powerful to see that impact in such a short time. Then next we will talk about our corporate real estate use case or a case study. In here we have a client called Ministry of Justice in Spain, where the challenge was managing energy usage across 300 buildings, which amounts to 35 gigawatt hours yearly consumption while maintaining tenant comfort. The solution here was we implemented was to integrate with existing building management systems and also installing submitting devices to provide detailed insights into energy consumption patterns. With this, they've achieved a 22% reduction in energy expenditure within 11 months, offering comprehensive energy data management for informed decision making. So again, there's one for corporate real estate. We'll now look at further verticals. For example, higher education sector, university. In here, the client we're talking about is University of Rey Juan Carlos in Spain. Here the challenge was high energy usage spreading across 53 buildings with varying functions because all of them are different departments, etc. Here the solution was using the platform, we tracked real-time energy consumption to identify areas of wastage, helping them achieve an ISO 50001 certification. And they have achieved 20% energy savings across the campus, facilitated data-driven renovations in older buildings, and promoted a culture of sustainability among students and staff, which is again really, really important for the education sector. Then let's talk about financial institutes and banks. Here we are also monitoring one of the largest banks in Spain, Caixa Bank. The challenge here was reducing energy consumption in over 4,000 public offices and headquarters while ensuring operational efficiency. The solution here was the implementation of real-time monitoring of energy usage to optimize building operations and energy efficiency measures, and they have seen a significant reduction in energy costs within the first 18 months, improved energy efficiency and regulatory compliance, and while ensuring the comfort and well-being of employees and customers. The last sector we'll look at is the hospitality. Here, the customer we have is Radisson Blu Hotel, and the challenge was reducing carbon footprint and operational costs while maintaining guest comfort in a 200+ room hotel. Solution was again real-time data on energy consumption to optimize heating, cooling, and lighting based on occupancy. Our energy management solution led to a 30% reduction in energy cost of over 18 months for Radisson Blu Hotel, helping them significantly improving guest satisfaction and sustainability credentials. I hope this session's been really helpful, providing you insights into end-to-end energy management solutions. For any further questions, please feel free to contact us directly. Here are my contact details. Please drop us any questions, and we can also follow up with a live demo. Thank you.